Okay, so we've got our page numbers, we've got a footer down the bottom with some information, and you'll notice I've just put a little space above here, so I just pushed it down. All I did was I put return so that I had a space above here so it doesn't look crowded with the body. And now we're going to add some text. Now I've just done some text previously so you don't have to watch me typing, and I'll just pop that in. So we're looking at Australia and its states and territories. So I've got an introductory paragraph here, and then I've got states as a heading and New South Wales and so on as subheadings, and then territories down here. You'll see territories and then Australian Capital Territory and Northern Territory. But this isn't the way I want it set up, so we're going to do a couple of things. First of all, I want to change the text. Now, if you type generally, what will happen is when you type, it will actually go to the left side. That's the normal sort of setting. So I changed mine to justified, and when you do that, all you do is you update the body. It will come up and ask you. So for instance, let's imagine you've got an essay and the general style is that you have to have 2 lines worth of spacing. Okay, it comes up with update and you click update and you'll see everything has gone to 2 lines worth of spacing. So for some assignments you do, most documents are 1.5. Okay, and you can set whether you want it to be left or justified. I'll leave it as justified. I've also made sure that I've got the font that I want, so I changed the font from the one that came up, which was Helvetica for this. Okay, I've changed it to Arial. You can change it to any of the others and it will update everything if that's what you want. But again, for the purpose of this one, I'll stick with Arial. Okay, now with the states, that's a heading. So what I want to do is, rather than just go bold and then change the font size, I'm going to change it and make it a heading. So in here, I'm going to change it to heading, and I've got it automatically now going to bold and 17. So let's just change that to 18, make it a little bit bigger. And if we want to change the color, we can change the color. It will do that for you. Okay. For the purpose of this, I'll leave it as black, and I'll leave it at 18, and it's bold, and we will see here we've got update. So now our heading 1 is updated. This is a subheading because I want the states, the actual names of the states, to become subheadings. So I'm going to go to here, go to heading 2, and it's a set of 15, so I might want it at 16. I can change that. I could change the color, I can change the position, and it's all nice and simple to do, and you just click update. Now where this becomes useful is when we're doing the actual table of contents, which you'll see in a minute. So I'm going to very quickly just make all my state titles have heading 2. Okay, we'll do heading 2. Oops, make sure I don't do that. Heading 2. And Tasmania is going to be a heading 2. And Victoria, heading 2. Western Australia, heading 2. Territories, though, is a heading 1, so I want that to be a main heading. So I'll just make that heading. And then Australian Capital Territory, I want that to be a heading 2. Same with the Northern Territory. That's also a heading 2. Okay, so we've now got these with their relevant subheadings and headings. And what we are going to do is insert a table of contents. So to do that, I'm going to insert a page break. Again, that stops this moving as I add information up here. And then all we need to do is click here. We go insert and then click on table of contents for the whole document. and it's generating it for me. Now notice it's only brought up the two main headings, so I have to customize what I want to see in my table of contents. So I click Customize Styles and I click the ones I want. I'm also going to put heading 2 just in case I want that as well. Okay, now this of course doesn't look quite how I want it because I want it to show subheadings. So we're going to go, the main headings, we're making them bold. So I'm going to do bold, and I want it to have the dots going across. So I go down to here and I can actually change that where it says leader, click from none, click the little arrows. You can change to any one of these. You can do this, which don't see many people using. Some people use a line. I tend to use the dots because that's general conventions that you see. Now we're also going to change our subheadings. I want that to indent a little bit, so I'm just going to indent to 1. Do I need it bold? Probably not, but I'll do it for the purpose of this. Bold, but I do want those dots down here. So I'll go into the leader section and I'm going to put the dots in. Okay. And this will adjust. So if I decided, let's push that down too much, there we go. If I decided to have each state on a different page, and I insert page break to do this, of course, insert page break, because I might want to put diagrams and images in and I just want to have them separate. I can do that, so we'll insert the page break. And you don't need to do this for each heading, but I'm just doing this to show you. Insert page break. Victoria, insert page break. And we'll do the same for Western Australia. Insert page break. And for the territories, we'll do the same. Okay, we'll leave the Australian Capital Territory there, put the Northern Territory on the next page, page break. Okay, we go back up and you should see that the table of contents has actually updated. Okay, now what I will do though is I'm going to give this a heading, table of contents. Now the reason I'm not making this an actual formal heading using this is because if I do, it will show up in the table of contents. So all I'm going to do is match the heading style. So just move it up to here. I'll make it bold as I did, and it's Arial, the same as everything else. And I don't want to update the body because I want the body to stay the same. So now we have this all set up. I've just moved it down for presentation purposes. And there we go. All very tidy. And you can see you've got your page numbers and everything else, just like we wanted. Okay, in the next video, I'm going to show you how to put in an image and create a list of images just underneath here. So I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.